Hey y'all, I am so excited and ready to be back talking to y'all. I hope you guys have been well and excelling, succeeding in everything you guys have been doing. I've just been chilling, working, school, the semester about to end, so y'all know it's been a little crazy. And just pretty much, trying to take care of whatever I gotta take care of, advance and different marketing things and learning. But most of all, really just trying to chill and not too much we can do in this pandemic, but definitely still busy. Like, let's not forget that. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just excited to be back speaking with y'all. Lately I have been seeing a lot of things about imposter syndrome. Like, and I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with this, but I know I wasn't familiar with imposter syndrome till up about probably between a year or two ago. Like, I was familiar with the feelings and different things like that, but not necessarily the correct term to use for it. That like within this past week, I've been seeing very, very often. So I definitely wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about that because it's something I've been feeling as well. And that's the first thing I want to say to y'all is that you are not the only one feeling like it, girl. I promise. And if it's some of you that are asking like, what is imposter syndrome and what does it feel like? What's that feeling you talking about? I'm pretty much just talking about the feeling when you feel like you're not good enough, when you feel like you don't have the ability to do certain things, so doubt on the abilities that you know you have inside of you, or that you may not know, but it actually is inside of you. The feeling that you can't accept your accomplishments. You always have to be like, oh, it just happened because, or you don't take that second to celebrate yourself or realize how big it is to you. But if it was somebody else, you would be shouting from the mountaintops pretty much. And also that feeling of only succeeding due to luck, not even accepting the fact of the work you put in, the effort you put in as a person on your own, as an individual. Those types of things are what imposter syndrome is. And there are many other examples that I could give you for that definition, but I'm pretty sure that sums it up. And if you don't know, girl, just DM me. We could talk about it more. You can also look it up, but it's pretty much just the same thing on the internet, maybe a few more other things. But I'm just so excited to be back. But like I said, imposter syndrome has been affecting me as well. Just feeling like I don't know if I should be doing certain things or do I have the ability to get it done. Like, and I am sometimes I like to call myself a powerful person and a powerful woman because of how I know if I have a vision, I know that vision is going to turn out beautifully when I make it happen. Or if someone needs help or needs to talk about something, I know that I can assist them with that. Or I can pretty much make things come to life in almost like that golden Midas touch. And although I do feel like that sometimes, I also other times feel like I don't know if I can do this, or I think more about the negatives that's happening, or I think more about what could go wrong, or just about like if I should be doing something or not. And like I know it probably wouldn't be good to hear, but even sometimes like with Discover, like I would be real enough to let y'all know that. And it is a feeling that I have been feeling recently. With Discover, with multiple things that have been going on, just my negative thoughts interfering with what I have going on in my life and causing me to take certain breaks and things. But that's just something I have to learn to prevail through. So for those of y'all that are feeling like that, I just really want to say we have to start focusing on the facts versus the feelings. And I don't know if this is something y'all have heard before, but we get so caught up in how we're feeling about something or that one mood we're in or that one bad day that we have, that we get so caught up in that we don't realize that's not a fact. That is your mood at the moment in time. That is your feeling at that moment in time. But it's not a fact of the situation. Just because you feel like you are not enough does not mean that test score that you got is low, because it's probably high. That job that you got it not because you weren't qualified. You got it for a reason, like certain things like that. So you have to analyze the facts and focus on those instead of the feelings that you have. And I feel like I was reading something the other day, and one of the people that had brought it up was Michelle Obama. And I think it was in an interview, and she said even sometimes she still feels like she deals with imposter syndrome, even after, all the work that she has done. Like sometimes it's still going to come up, and like it may be a good thing, it may be a bad thing of, I can't believe I did this, but like it is the power inside of you that got you to where you are. And I think that's something that we have to definitely acknowledge. And another person I brought it up, honestly, when I was in the middle of writing this podcast out, because sometimes I do like to do some talking points, or we gonna be talking about everything, I promise. But it's Aaron on Demand. I am a part of her e-brand club. I have been knowing of her for probably some years now. That I love her. That's my girl, and she literally spoke about it the day I was like, I want to do this. Probably a few hours after I watched her story speaking about how she deals with imposter syndrome too. So I really just want to remind y'all that it's not something that you're the only person dealing with, or it's this wild disease. It's something that we're all pretty much dealing with it in so many words from time to time when we do things. And it could even be something from the fact of, wow, I can't believe I did this, or I can't believe I accomplished this, or I can't believe I got this done. You know what I mean? So those types of things at that moment in time, not taking it in, or, imposter syndrome pretty much taking you out of opportunities before they even start. And I know this happens for a lot of people as well. You don't want to start whatever you're thinking about because you're so scared of what could happen wrong. Or you feel like, oh, I probably shouldn't be the one to do it. Like there's a lot of people, and specifically, for example, with social media, there are some people that I feel like would be, what's the word? Would be very well for social media, but feel like, no, that's not for me to do. Other people should be able to do it. But they would probably excel when it came to it. And what I mean by social media is like branding, brand strategists, or even influencing. That's a bag too, y'all. Please don't forget that. Social media is a big bag these days, but it's just not being able to even start certain things because you're scared of if something will go wrong. So I do want to encourage and put that encouragement into you that I have people put into me when I'm feeling like this, because whatever you're doing or whatever your purpose is in life, that mood is nothing compared to what you were put on this earth to do. And that brings me to another thing that I was going to say. I read one of the Hood Healers tweets, and she tweeted, "My purpose is bigger than my mood." And that's just something that really stuck with me, because it doesn't matter if I feel like this, or if I'm feeling down, or if I feel whatever. My purpose is so great. My purpose is so big. My purpose is so powerful that my mood of feeling like I'm not good enough is nothing compared to that. If I sit in my feelings and drown in my feelings, I'm going to feel so much worse compared to me actually fulfilling my purpose and actually out there making a difference, doing whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? So we just really have to keep these things in mind, y'all. Not let this imposter syndrome affect us, get to us, make us feel however. We can't be comparing ourselves to other people and what they got going on, because you don't even know their journey. And even if you did, baby, their journey is their journey and yours is yours. And that's beautiful. There will never be identical things within other people, but there will be similarities. That's how we end up relating to each other, being able to help each other out. But those differences are why we're able to teach other people and why we're able to lean on others and help other people as well. So we got to get out of the negatives and we got to get into the positives and walk in our purpose and walk in our power. Imposter syndrome can come and go. Imposter syndrome can be heavier for others than it is for ourselves. And that's okay. Everybody got their own journey, like I said, but I just want y'all to know, and you specifically listening to this, that mood is nothing compared to your purpose. Don't let that mood keep you down. Like, life is so beautiful, and we can get so lost in the things that are going wrong and the bad feelings that we have and the bad moods that we have, and stay stuck in them, and our whole perspective changes. Our whole perspective changes when we get stuck in those negative feelings. Trust me, I have fell victim to that as well. So we just constantly have to do those things to make us feel better, say those affirmations to ourselves to remind us of how bad we are. Okay. I was going to say the other word, but I'm not, because we're not going to be cussing on here today. But yeah, so I'm so excited. Thank you guys for tuning in with me today. I'm so happy to be back speaking with y'all. DM me anything you guys want to talk about, any advice you want or anything. Even if you want to play it on the podcast, we can do that as well. But yeah, and our song of the day or song of the episode is going to be Harder Than My Demons by Big Sean. So make sure you repost you listening to this podcast with that song and add Discover with an H podcast on Instagram. And you can add me as well if you like at Deja May, DESIAMAY. And I will be back soon to chat with y'all again.